Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm delighted to have you here today. Today, we'll be discussing an important topic, chemical safety. This presentation is brought to you by Dr. S.K. Singh, with a background in PhD. We'll be focusing on safety practices within the quality control laboratory environment. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through key safety protocols, best practices, and how we can maintain a safe workplace. So without further ado, let's get started. When we talk about chemical accidents, two common types come to mind: spillage and leakage. Spillage refers to the accidental release of chemicals, often during transportation or handling, which can lead to immediate hazards. Leakage, on the other hand, usually involves the slow escape of chemicals from containers or pipelines, and it can be just as dangerous over time. Understanding these two categories is essential because they help us classify and respond to incidents more effectively. Throughout this presentation, we'll see how recognizing the type of accident informs the safety measures we need to implement. So, when we consider chemical accidents, keep in mind that they broadly fall into these two groups, spillage and leakage, and each requires different strategies to prevent and manage. This classification is a key part of our overall theme of enhancing safety and minimizing risks in chemical handling. Chemical accidents can happen at various stages in the handling and management of chemicals. They might occur during handling, when chemicals are being moved or used, which can sometimes lead to spills or exposure if not done carefully. Storage is another critical point. Improper storage or improper conditions can cause leaks or reactions. Transportation is also a major concern, as moving chemicals between locations introduces risks like accidents or spills on the road or at ports. Overall, understanding where these accidents might occur helps us better prepare and implement safety measures. Recognizing these key points emphasizes the importance of vigilance at every stage to prevent accidents and protect everyone involved. Let's take a closer look at the different ways chemicals can enter our body. First, there's injection, which might happen through a needle or other sharp object. This method delivers chemicals directly into the bloodstream, making it one of the most immediate and potentially dangerous routes. Next, we have inhalation. This is when chemicals enter the body through the nose or mouth as we breathe. Many airborne substances can be harmful if inhaled, especially in poorly ventilated areas or with prolonged exposure. Then there's swallowing, which involves ingesting chemicals accidentally or intentionally. This route affects our digestive system and can lead to different health issues depending on the substance involved. Lastly, skin contact occurs when chemicals touch our skin. Some substances can be absorbed through the skin and enter the bloodstream, so protective gear is essential when handling certain chemicals. Understanding these different routes of chemical intake is crucial because it helps us identify how exposure happens and emphasizes the importance of safety measures in all these scenarios. Recognizing the most common routes allows us to better prevent and manage potential health risks. Now, let's take a look at some of the hazardous chemicals that are commonly encountered in various industrial settings. Here we have ammonia, which is widely used in manufacturing and refrigeration, but can be dangerous if not handled properly. Argon is another example. While it's inert and often used in welding, it can pose risks in confined spaces. Chlorine is essential for water treatment and disinfection, but it's highly toxic and corrosive. Then we have hydrogen sulfide, known for its foul smell and toxicity. It's a byproduct of natural processes like decay, but requires careful handling. Sulfuric acid and nitric acid are both strong acids used in manufacturing, and their corrosive nature makes them hazardous. Hydrochloric acid is another strong acid with similar risks. Carbon monoxide, often called the silent killer, is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly in poorly ventilated areas. Methyl isocyanate and toluene are chemicals used in the production of plastics and other materials, but they can be extremely hazardous if accidentally released. As you can see, all these chemicals, though vital in various industries, pose significant risks. Recognizing and understanding these hazards is key to ensuring safety in any environment where they are present. When it comes to labeling chemicals, it's essential to properly identify all chemicals by their full English names. This means avoiding abbreviations or symbols that could cause confusion. Clear labeling helps everyone understand exactly what they're working with, which is crucial for safety. Remember, labels are not just about identification. They're also a key part of emergency planning and preparedness. If an accident occurs, clear labels can guide quick and effective responses. In addition to proper labeling, it's important to understand the hazards associated with different chemicals. These include physical hazards like flammability, chemical hazards such as corrosiveness or toxicity, and reactivity hazards that could cause explosions or releases of dangerous gases. Knowing these risks helps us handle chemicals safely and plan for emergencies. Safe handling procedures are a vital part of chemical safety. This includes using the right techniques, avoiding unnecessary exposure, and following protocols to prevent accidents. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is also essential. Depending on the chemical, this might include gloves, goggles, or respiratory protection to keep us safe. Finally, industries use many different types of chemicals, including flammable, corrosive, and toxic substances. It's critical that these are clearly identified through proper labeling so that everyone on site understands the hazards and can take appropriate precautions. Clear, accurate labeling supports a safe working environment for all of us. All right, let's go over the critical steps to take in an emergency involving chemical spills. First, the immediate priority is to evacuate all personnel from the spill area. This means everyone should leave quickly and safely to prevent exposure or injury. As you're leaving, make sure to shut off equipment if it's safe to do so. This helps prevent any further hazards or reactions. Next, guide everyone to the nearest fire exit, but remember, never use elevators during an evacuation. Elevators can become unsafe in emergencies, so always choose the stairs. Once outside, attend to any victims who might need first aid. Providing immediate assistance can make a huge difference. It's also important to alert neighboring laboratories or areas nearby so they can prepare or evacuate if necessary. These steps, evacuate, attend to victims, alert others, are vital parts of our emergency response. In the broader context of our emergency procedures, these initial actions set the stage for effective containment and response. Remember, quick and calm action can significantly reduce risks and ensure everyone's safety. When it comes to first aid, the first step is to remove the victims from the spill area and move them to fresh air. However, it's crucial to remember that your safety comes first, so never enter an area with toxic gases if it puts your own life at risk. Next, if the victim's clothing is contaminated, it's important to remove it immediately to prevent further exposure. For skin or eye contact, rinse the affected area with running water for at least 15 minutes. This helps dilute and wash away the hazardous substances. And of course, always seek medical attention for anyone affected. Prompt professional care can make a big difference in recovery. These first aid steps are vital to minimizing harm and ensuring safety in emergency situations, which ties back to our overall focus on handling chemical spills responsibly and effectively. Let's talk about isolating the area. First, if it's possible, open windows to help ventilate the space, but be careful not to expose yourself to any fumes in the process. If there are vapors or gases present that are in a room not vented outside, it's crucial to close off that room to prevent the spread. Isolation is a key step in ensuring safety because it keeps hazardous substances contained, reducing the risk to others. Remember, the goal is to control the environment and prevent contamination or exposure. This step ties into the overall theme of safety and proper handling in hazardous situations. When it comes to spills, there are specific situations where reporting is absolutely critical. First, if a spill involves an injury that requires medical treatment, you need to report it immediately. This helps ensure the injured person gets the care they need promptly. Second, spills that involve fire or explosion hazards are also a top priority for reporting. These situations can escalate quickly and pose serious risks to everyone nearby, so quick action is essential. Third, if a spill is potentially life-threatening, it must be reported right away. This includes any scenario where the hazard could lead to severe harm or even loss of life if not addressed quickly. And finally, all chemical spills that happen after work hours need to be reported too. Even if it seems minor or happens outside of normal hours, it's important to alert the appropriate team so they can handle it safely and effectively. Overall, the key takeaway is that timely reporting in these situations helps protect people, the environment, and the facility. It's a critical part of our safety protocol and helps us respond swiftly to any emergency. Training on chemical safety is essential and must be specifically targeted to those who are on the front lines, such as first responders, emergency response team members, firefighters, and the incident controller. It's crucial that these individuals understand how to effectively manage chemical emergencies. One of the key components of this training is learning how to read the Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS. This document holds vital information about the chemicals involved, including hazards, handling procedures, and what protective measures to take. Knowing how to interpret this information quickly and accurately can make all the difference in an emergency. We also need to cover what to do, and just as importantly, what not to do during a chemical emergency. Clear guidelines help prevent further accidents and ensure safety for everyone involved. For instance, knowing when to evacuate, how to contain a spill, and the proper use of protective gear are critical points. Activation of the emergency response plan is another key step. This plan guides the coordinated response and ensures that everyone knows their roles and responsibilities. Effective response also includes evacuation and rescue operations, getting people out safely, and providing immediate assistance. Rehabilitation is part of the process too, helping affected individuals recover physically and mentally after an incident. Training is ongoing, and it's vital that responders are regularly updated and drilled so they can act confidently and efficiently. This continuous education supports a prepared and capable response team. Sometimes, if the spill involves low hazardous chemicals and you have the proper training and protective equipment, you might be responsible for cleaning up. But always remember, safety first. Never attempt cleanup without proper training and gear. In summary, response and training go hand in hand. Proper preparation, knowledge, and equipment ensure that, when a chemical incident occurs, the response is swift, safe, and effective. When it comes to spills, it's really important to know what steps to take immediately. First, stay calm and act quickly to minimize any damage or hazard. The key is to contain the spill as soon as you notice it, using absorbent materials like spill pads or cloths to prevent the substance from spreading further. Always wear appropriate protective gear, such as gloves and goggles, to keep yourself safe. Once you've contained the spill, clean it up thoroughly using the recommended cleaning agents for that specific substance. Proper disposal is crucial, so make sure to follow your organization's protocols and dispose of the waste safely. Remember, handling spills properly not only protects you, but also maintains a safe environment for everyone around. This proactive approach fits into our overall safety theme. Being prepared and responding effectively helps prevent accidents and injuries. A Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS, is essentially a comprehensive document that provides detailed information about a specific substance. It includes key data such as the fire diamond or hazard diamond, which visually indicates the level of fire risk, reactivity, and health hazards. Environmental data is also included to inform us about the substance's impact on the environment. Handling and storage instructions are clearly outlined to ensure safe management of the material. It also covers fire-fighting measures and first aid procedures, which are crucial in case of an emergency. Additionally, the MSDS provides guidance for emergency response during spillages or leakages to help minimize risks and contain the situation effectively. The document also details the chemical composition, so we understand exactly what the substance is made of. Physical properties like boiling point, freezing point, vapor density, and pH value give us insight into its behavior under different conditions. Furthermore, it includes important safety thresholds such as auto-ignition temperature, lower explosive limit, and upper explosive limit, which are vital for preventing accidents. Overall, the MSDS acts as a critical resource, providing vital safety and handling information for anyone working with or around chemicals. It helps us make informed decisions to keep ourselves, others, and the environment safe. For further support, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Thank you so much for your time and attention today.